Okay, hey everyone, and welcome to today's yoga class. So my name is Jesper, and I'm the founder and now co-creator of Brahmaki. So Brahmaki always was meant to be a platform to share the essence, the message of yoga. So this would be a Vinyasa class, and the idea, the intention with this Vinyasa class is just to bring us home a little bit closer to our true essence, the space where we connect to our true selves. And through my journey, going through different practices, I always found that the breath was the most essential aspect of the practice. So whatever happens through the movement, whatever you do with your body, as long as you can stay connected to your breath and just continue breathing, you'll be fine. You don't need to worry about the specifics, how it looks exactly. Just stay with the breath, stay with the practice, and try to stay present. So whenever your mind might wander, just try to bring back to the breath, okay? And yeah, I will be guiding from here, so I would just like for you to take a comfortable seated position. Find a space where you feel that you can root down through your sitting bones. You can be sitting on your knees, on your heels, cross-legged, that is up to you, whatever feels comfortable. And then I just want you to try to feel the sensation with your sitting bones rooting down towards the earth. And then try to create length through your spine. And while creating this length through your spine, relax your shoulders slightly backwards. And if it feels okay for you, gently close your eyes. Soften all the muscles in your face, relax your jaws. One more time, just soften through your shoulders. You start to becoming aware of your breath. You don't need to change the breath, force the breath. Just become aware that you're breathing. Try to notice if the breath is deep or shallow. If you're breathing fast or slow. Is there any particular part of the body that you feel the breath in? It might be in the belly, the rib cage, the chest area. For now, it doesn't matter how the breath is. Just pay attention. Keep relaxing. Now with your next inhale, I want you to try to breathe in through the nose as deeply as you can. So try to breathe into the belly and then continue the breath through the rib cage and the chest. From here, exhale out through the nose in an even pace. Really empty all the air out. Bring the navel in towards the spine as you empty all the air out. Then just relax, release, let the breath come back in, expand to the belly, your rib cage, breathe into the chest, maybe up into the top of the head. And then again, exhale out through the nose in an even pace, emptying all the air out. Pull the navel in towards the spine. Relax, let the breath come back in, expand. And exhale out. Inhale, expand. Exhale, empty all the air out. Inhale, expand. exhale all the air out. Even pace through the nose, pull the navel in towards the spine. Inhale, expand, create space in your body for the breath to enter. And exhale, relax, empty all the air out through the nose. 2 more breaths like this. Deeply in, expand, filling up. Create space within yourself for the breath to enter. And then exhale all the air out through the nose. Guide it out in an even pace. Pull the navel in towards the spine, empty all the air out. And last time, inhale, belly, rib cage, chest, all the way to the top of the head. And out through the nose, even pace, chest, rib cage, belly. Pull the navel in towards the spine. And relax, let the breath come back in. And let the breath just fall out. Keep relaxing, staying focused, aware. So much about the yogic practice is to find our balance. And one balance to be found in the practice, in the asana practice, the meditation practice, pranayama practice, is this balance of effort and relaxation. So as we're trying to expand, as we're trying to breathe, as we're trying to lengthen, as we're trying all these things, how much relaxation can you put into that effort? So you're continuously balancing it out. So breathing, both with the effort of creating expansion, but also the relaxation to create space within you. So try to keep that in mind through the practice, that all the effort that you put into the practice, add the same amount of relaxation or softness into the practice as well. Okay. So when you're ready, you can gently blink your eyes open. So now from here, we're going to go into our asana practice, our vinyasa flow. So I just invite you to come to the front of the mat, okay? Okay, so coming to the front of our mat in our Tadasana, we're going to start with some sun salutations, Surya Namaskar. So I just want you to feel into your first position, Tadasana. And maybe you can lift your toes from the mat, spread the toes wide, and then place them down one at a time. Try to also feel that your gravity is centered underneath your feet. Then engage through your thighs, your tailbone, just tuck it inwards and let it drop down towards the earth. Feel that your feet are grounding down energetically towards the center of the earth. Gently roll your shoulders slightly back and down. Again, trying to create space between your shoulders and your ears. Slightly lift in the heart. If you roll your palms facing forward, you also create a little bit more space in your chest. Externally rotating through your chest. Okay, then soften your jaws, connect to your breath. Maybe close your eyes for a moment and just feel your breath. Breathing in, exhaling out. Inhale, exhale. Okay, now with your next inhale, raise your arms up over your head, create length and look towards your thumbs. Now exhale, create length through your spine and fold forward, bringing the head down towards your chins. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, step back to a plank. Let's take a breath here, inhaling, pressing through the hands, reaching through the heels and reaching through the top of your head. Now on your next exhale, just slowly lower down all the way to the floor. Keep your elbows close to the body. Untuck your toes, press down to the top of your feet. Engage your glutes and inhale, lift through your chest. Exhale, slowly coming back down. Inhaling, coming back up on all fours and exhaling back to child. Take a deep breath here in your child pose. Breathe into the back of the body, in the back of the rib cage, in the back of the heart. Exhale all the air out. One more time, a deep breath. Exhale out. Now on your next inhale, just roll your spine forward and then roll it to a cobra. Open up, lift to your chest, maybe look up, and exhale to your downward facing dog. Now in your first downward facing dog, you can just walk out your feet, pressing down one heel at a time. Make sure that you spread your fingers wide, pressing down through all four corners of the hands. Try to tuck your chin towards your chest. If you know your bandhas, you can also here engage your mula bandha, breathing into the rib cage, maybe breathing the rib cage all the way towards your ears. And then exhale from your lower belly. Pressing down through your hands, through your feet, breathing here. Creating space and length with each breath. Okay, take one final breath here. As you exhale, bend your knees, look between your hands, walk, step, or jump to the front of the mat. Then inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, folding forward. From here, inhale, roll all the way up, reach through the arms, look towards your thumbs. And exhale, looking at your nose, letting the arms come down all the way to the side. And again, we inhale, reach the arms up, looking towards our thumbs. And then exhaling, tilting the tailbone back, keeping the spine long and straight, and bringing the head down towards the chin. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, step or jump back all the way to your chaturanga. Inhale to your upward facing dog, lifting through the chest, looking up. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Again, just pressing through the hands, spreading your fingers wide, pulling the navel in towards the spine, squeeze your mula bandha, and breathe here. Remember that the breath is essential, is everything. Just keep on breathing, keep creating that length in your body. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Maybe you can gaze towards your knees or your navel. Final breath. On your exhale, bend your knees, slip between your hands, step, jump, walk to the front of the mat. Then inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming all the way up, reaching through the arms, grounding through the feet. And exhale, arms down. One more time, inhale, arms up. Reaching, grounding through the feet. Exhale, folding forward, keeping your spine as long as possible. Bringing the head down towards the chins. And inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Now as you exhale, you can step, jump, walk all the way to your chaturanga. And from your chaturanga, inhale to a cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog.
Again, spread your fingers wide, press through your hands. Breathe into the rib cage, exit from your lower belly, squeeze Shiva Mula Bandha. Maybe tucking your chin in towards the chest. Finding your drishti, your gaze. Looking towards your knees, your navel, maybe your toes. Wherever you are, just focus on your breath. Final breath. On your exhale, bend your knees, look between your hands, step, jump, or walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, ground your feet, roll up all the way, reaching through your arms. And exhale, arms down. Great. So, I'm gonna move on towards our Surya Namaskar B. So from here again, just connect to your feet. We take a breath in here, so inhale, expand. On your exhale, bend your knees. Keep your knees close together, maybe touching the mat with your fingertips. From here, reach to the arms, keep sitting in to your knees and drop the tailbone down. Just take another inhale here. On your exhale, fold forward all the way. Then inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And exhale, come back to your chaturanga. From chaturanga, we go to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we step the right foot between our hands, pressing down through the back foot of the left and coming into warrior one. Take a moment here to sink into the front knee. Try to bring your hands together. Look towards your thumbs. Press through the back foot. Take another breath here. Lengthen. And then exhale. Keep your spine long as you're coming down, stepping back to your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog and stepping the left foot between your hands. Pressing through the back of the right foot. Inhale, reaching, arms together, looking towards your thumbs. Again, sinking into the front knee, pressing through the back foot. Take another breath here, lengthen. And exhale, come all the way to your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we take 5 deep breaths here. Final breath. Exhale, bend your knees, look between your hands, come to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And we inhale to our chair. Reaching through the hands, sitting in, pressing the knees together. Taking a few breaths here. Dropping the tailbone down. Try to look towards our thumbs. Keep breathing. Breathing into the rib cage. Next time you exhale, just fold forward again. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, come to your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we step our right foot between our hands. And we inhale to warrior one. Take a breath here. Sink into your front knee. Press through the back foot. Reach through the arms, through the fingertips. One more breath, lengthen. And exhale, keep your spine long and straight as you go all the way to your chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog with your inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping the left foot between our hands. And inhaling, warrior one. Again, press through the back foot, maybe squeezing the right glute. Reaching through your hands to the outside of your hands through the fingertips. Creating space and length. One more breath here. And then exhaling all the way back down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, lift through the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we breathe. Press down through your hands, spread your fingers wide. Pull the navel in towards the spine, breathing to the rib cage. Exhale, lower belly. A few more. Two more breaths. Final breath. Exhale, bend your knees. Look between your hands, come to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale to your chair. Press your knees together. Heels slightly apart. Drop the tailbone. Reach through the fingertips, through the outside of the hands, looking towards the thumbs. Breathing into the rib cage. Exhaling, lower belly. One more breath. And last round, we exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming to your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, lifting through the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, stepping the right foot between our hands, pressing through the back of the left foot, reaching through the fingertips, creating space and length in the rib cage. Exhaling all the way back down to your chaturanga, keeping the elbows close to the body. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, stepping the left foot between our hands, reaching again through our hands, pressing to the back of the foot, sinking through the knee. Reach to the outside of the fingertips, look towards your thumbs. And exhale, keep the spine long as you're coming down to your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we breathe. Keep pressing the hands away from the floor. Try to press the heels down. If you're reaching your heels all the way down, then try to lift your toes from the mat. Just keep breathing here. Final breath. On your exhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. Come to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale to your chair. And sit into your chair. Reach your fingertips, look towards your thumbs. Press your knees together, come to the heels of your feet. And exhale, stand up. Tadasana. Place your hands in front of your heart. Just close your eyes. Feel your heartbeat. Try to soften your breath. Soften all the muscles in your face and your shoulders. Feel the grounding of your feet. And exhale, let the arms come back down. So from here, just place your hands on your hips and then step or jump hip width apart with your feet. With an inhale, lift through your heart.
And exhale, fold forward from your hips, keeping the spine long and straight, letting the chest
and the head come last. Now grab your big toes with your peace finger, index and middle finger, and just step your big toe down towards your fingers. Now inhale, lengthen through your lower back and lengthen through the top of your head. As you exhale, just maybe press through the hands and let the top of the head come down towards the mat. And just breathing here, lengthening with the inhale. And relaxing, folding with the exhale. Keep breathing deeply, expanding through the inhale. And softening a little bit through the exhale. Final breath here. Now inhale, lengthen your spine. Step on your hands. So you step on the palms of your hands, bringing the big toe as close to the wrist as possible. And then here, we just continue the same, that we lengthen with the inhale. And we fold with the exhale. Try to feel where you feel the expansion of the breath. How is it moving through your body? And just observe how you are in these forward folds, focusing more on creating space in the back of your body, the back of the thighs, the hamstrings, the back of the lower back, the back of the rib cage, the back of the shoulder blades. It's creating more and more space here with the breath. Okay, on your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands on your hips. And inhale, roll back up.
Okay, perfect. So now we're just going to go through a flow. We're going to go quite slowly. We're going to stay in the positions. We're going to breathe. So just follow my voice, follow my guidance, okay? The first thing we do, we find our Tadasana and take a breath in and we open up the right foot, okay? So the feet are pointing slightly outwards. We sit into our goddess pose. Squeeze your Mula Bandha, press in through the feet, then lift your arms up into cactus and try to bring the shoulder blades together without bringing the shoulders up towards the ears. The shoulder blades together, maybe let the index finger and thumb meet. Drop your tailbone down towards the earth, squeeze the Mula Bandha, breathe into the rib cage, the chest. Exhale out. Two more breaths here. One more. On your exhale, just straighten your legs. Turn your left foot about parallel or slightly more than parallel with the front of the mat. Turn your right foot facing the back of your mat. Straighten your arms. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. And then exhale, let your body tilt forward and down. Let your right hand maybe come down towards the mat, foot, chin, wherever feels comfortable to place it. Press the feet slightly apart. Try to maybe externally rotate your left hip bone and reach through the left fingertips. Now just breathing here, letting the left shoulder rotate back from the ear, and just find your breath. Engage into your feet, engage into your left fingertips reaching upwards. Your tailbone, the left side, and the top of your crown is pushing apart, creating space in your body, length in your body. On your next exhale, just let the left hand come down next to your right foot. Take your right hand also on the right side of the foot, maybe turning the left foot, the back foot slightly more, trying to square your hips,
Lengthen through your spine and fold your head down towards the chin. And breathing here. Focus on deep breathing, creating space through the breath, squaring your hips. Now take your left hand either inside, on top, or outside the right foot. On the inhale, you can either place your right hand on your hip, trying to twist and look up. Maybe you can even bring the right arm up towards the sky or the ceiling. And just breathing here, trying to square the hips again as you're in this position, trying to keep the balance and the breath. One more breath here. Create space. On your exhale, take your right hand sweeping back and down, placing about 2 o'clock, and then lifting your left foot and your left arm into half moon. And keep balancing on your right foot, grounding it down. Lift through the left leg, and maybe you can externally rotate your left foot, trying to bring the toes up towards the ceiling or the sky. Again, you're just creating space in your body. On your next exhale, now very gently, carefully, try to parallel your hips and your shoulders towards the floor. You can either just lift through the back foot here, or if you want to reach your arms either out to the side, back behind you, or in front of you. Squaring the hips, reaching either through the toes or pressing through the heel and reaching through the arms. And from here, coming down with the left hand about 10 o'clock, reaching through the right arm, twisting our half moon, revolved half moon. Keep lifting through the left leg. Keep turning your hip bones towards each other. So kind of squeezing the hip bones together. Lifting through the right arm. And on your next exhale, slowly place your left foot down, your left knee down, coming to a low lunge, untucking the toes, pressing through the top of the foot. Squeeze your left buttocks. Inhale, lift your upper body up. Exhale, sink into the hip. Take a few breaths here. Let the shoulders roll down. And from our inhale, reach the arms up. Reach to the outside of the hands. Look towards your thumb, sink into the hip. Squeeze your left buttocks. And exhale, twist and open up. Right arm back, left arm forward. Look towards your right hand. Breathing here. You can either stay where you are or take your left hand on top of the right knee, grabbing the left foot with your right hand. Just press the foot slightly into the hand. Press your hips flexor forward. Sink into the hip. Keep looking backwards. Twisting and open up through your hip flexor. Slowly release. Bring your left hand down towards the mat and twist your right arm up in a twisted runner's lounge. Pull the navel in towards your spine. Keep breathing here. And from here, we're going to transition to a side plank. So you can either sweep your leg along the floor or along the mat and just place it on top, the right on top of the left. You can also, if it's possible, lift your foot up towards the ceiling and just breathing here, pressing through the right hand, reaching to the right hand. Now on an exhale, slightly bend your right foot and place it down behind you, sitting down with your hips. Then inhale, come into a wide thing. Squeeze your buttocks, lift through the hips, reach to the right arm, press through the left arm, breathing here. Open up. And exhaling, twisting down, the right hand comes down into the mat. Taking the right foot under and through. And coming to a fallen triangle. Again, reaching through the left arm, lifting through the hips, pressing through the right hand, breathing here. Next exhale, bringing the left hand down towards the mat. Then inhaling to a three-legged dog. And just squaring the hips, reaching through the foot, breathing here. Then we bend the knee and we open up in our hip. Maybe bringing the right foot towards the left hand. Pressing through gently, guiding through the knee, the hip flexor. Pressing through the hands, breathing. Then inhale, come back to a three-legged dog, square your hips. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, lower your left knee, untuck your toe, squeeze your buttocks, lift through your heart, roll back your shoulders. One more time, sitting in to our low lunge. Exhale, sink into the hip. Next inhale, reach through the arms. Reach through the fingertips, sink into your hip. Keep breathing, keep lifting. And then exhale, let your hands come inside your right foot. Come to the toes on your back foot. Then gently turn. And maybe you can find your Skadasana. So you're sitting in towards the right heel. And here you can either flex the left foot towards you. You can also see how it feels to press through the toes down towards the mat. And here, whatever is accessible to you, if you need to be on your hands and just resting a little bit here, that's perfectly fine. If you have a block or any other equipment with you in your practice, you can use that as well. Now we're going to transition to the other side. So either using your hands or you just press through the leg into the next one and you sit into this side. Continue to breathe and feel. If anything in your practice ever hurts, if it doesn't feel good, then just come out of the position and take a resting pose until we go into another position. Okay, so just keep focusing on your breath. Let us take one final breath together here. Now on your exhale, transition back towards the back of the mat, coming into your runner's lunge. So in your runner's lunge, just maybe squeeze gently to the buttocks, press through the back heel, drop your tailbone slightly down, bring your right knee slightly forward, just creating that length here, breathing. On your next exhale, straighten the right leg, flex the foot towards you and fold your upper body forward. Coming into a pyramid pose here, it's a little bit wider, breathing. Take one final breath. On your exhale, bring the left foot next to the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, come all the way up, reaching through your arms, grounding through your feet. And exhale, arms down. Perfect. Just place your hands in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Soften the muscles in your face, your shoulders. Find your breath. Okay, so we're just going to go through
Same series on the other side, okay? So when you're ready, inhale, take a step back with your left foot. Let your feet point slightly outwards. Sit into your thighs, into your goddess. Drop your tailbone down towards the earth. Maybe take your hands up into a cactus pose, bringing the fingertips of the thumbs and the index finger to meet. Find your breath. Can you try not to arch your back? Try to drop the tailbone down. Find that expansion through the breath. That softness through the exhale. Final breath here. On your exhale, straighten your legs. Turn your right foot slightly more than parallel with the back of the mat. Take your left foot, point it towards the front of the mat. So Trikonasana, we're just straightening through the arms. Inhale, reaching forward. And exhale, taking the left arm down, reaching through the right arm. Trying to stack our hips on top of each other. Stack the shoulders on top of each other. Pressing into the feet, slightly feeling like you're pressing them apart. If there's anything happening in your front knee, you can micro bend it. Continue to focus on your breath, on spaciousness. Rotate your right shoulders back and away from your ear, reaching through the fingertips. Take a final breath here. As you exhale, the right hand comes down next to the left foot, left hand outside. Turn your back foot a little bit more, square your hips, reach to your spine, and exhale, fold forward. Keep squaring through your hips, breathing here. Pressing through the outside of the right foot. Trying to bring that right hip slightly forward and the left hip slightly backward. So this is also the pyramid pose with the slightly shorter stance. Final breath. On your exhale, take your right hand either inside, on top, or outside the left foot. Take your left hand either on the hips, or you can try to turn it up towards the ceiling, the sky. Trying to keep your hips squared here, breathing to your revolve, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Squaring the hips, final breath. On your exhale, take your left arm down, placing it about 10 o'clock on your mat, and lifting through the right leg, the right arm into half moon, and keep your balance on your left foot. Keep lifting and slightly spiraling, externally rotating through the right hip, creating space through your foot, the right foot and your top of the head. Reaching through the right hand, breathing. On your exhale, just parallel square your hips towards the floor, the shoulders as well. You can keep your hands on the floor, reaching through the right leg, or lift your arms into warrior three. Maybe opening up the palms towards the sky, reaching through the fingertips, reaching through the foot. Arms can also be parallel to the body or behind the body. It's up to you. Now slowly come down with the right hand about 2 o'clock and lift the left arm into revolved half moon. Try again here to squeeze your hip bones together, lift through the back foot. Breathe and reach to the left arm.
Then exhale, step the right foot down, lower the knee, find your low lunge. Untuck your toe, press down your top of the foot, and then lift your upper body and sink into the hip. Squeeze your right buttocks, open up your hip flexor, roll down your shoulders. Take a breath here. Next inhale, reach your arms up. Reach through the fingertips, sink into the hip, open up your hip flexor. Create space with your breath. Next exhale, twist, then open up. Left arm back, right arm forward. Breathing. You can either stay here or take your right hand, top of the left knee, bend your right foot and grab it with the left hand. And breathing here. And exhale, slowly release the back foot. Take your right hand down into the mat. Straighten your back leg and reach through the left arm. Twist in your runner's lunge here. Breathing. Breathing. Now we're going to transition into our side plank. So either lifting the foot, gliding it towards the mat, either keeping it on top of the right or lifting, pressing to the foot and the hand, breathing. And then exhale, bend your left leg, place the foot behind you, come sitting down, and then inhale, press and lift into your wide thing. Reach through the left arm, press through the right hand, squeeze your buttocks, lift towards the hips. Final breath. Exhale, rotate your left hand down into the mat. Take your left foot under and through, and come into a fallen triangle. And press with the left hand, reach with the right hand. Lift your hips and breathe. On your next exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Reaching to the foot, squaring the hips, pressing to the hands. Exhale, bend the knee. And bring the left foot towards the right hand and breathe here. And pressing to the left knee. Final breath. Exhaling, three-legged dog. Inhale, reach here. And exhale, step the left foot between your hands, lower down the right knee. Untuck your toes, press the top of the foot down. Inhale, bring your body up. Exhale, sink into your hip. Press to the knees, squeeze to the buttocks. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink into your hip. Inhale, reach to your fingertips. Exhale, hands down inside the left foot. Come onto the toes of your back foot and turn into your Skandasana. Breathing here. Let's take a final breath here. And then as we transition, you can either use your hands or just pushing with the left leg into the right side. Sitting in with the sitting bones reaching down towards the right heel. And again, here you can flex your foot, you can point the toes, you can play with it a little bit. Just focus on your breathing. Two more breaths here. Final breath. On your exhale, let's transition back towards the front of the mat into a runner's lunge. Take a few breaths here. is press through the back heel, the front knee, creating that space, that length, breathing properly here. Lifting slightly through the hips. Exhale straight in the left leg, flexing the foot and folding your upper body down. Breathing here. Final breath. Exhale, step your right foot next to the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine and exhale, fold forward. From here, we're just gonna widen our feet about mat width apart, letting the toes slightly point outwards and sit into Malasana. So, the more challenging part, the more physical part is over. We're coming to our cool down. So we want to try to bring into the cool down part of the practice is now we really want to go into relaxation, rejuvenation, and that is done by working with the breath in a slightly different way. So try to elongate all your breaths. Try to extend the exhale also, okay? So breathing in slower and more deeply. And extend and elongate your exhale. Creating a lot of relaxation and softness within your body, within your breath, in this cooling down part. Soften your mind. Sinking into yourself. Okay, beautiful. Now, from here, let's just sit down and place your feet a bit wider than mat width apart. And from here, we're just gonna bring our knees from one side to the other. But we'll do it slowly together with the breath. So let the inhale take you all the way to one side and exhale here. Maybe looking over the opposite shoulder. Then inhaling to the other side. Exhale, look over the opposite shoulder. From here, bringing the knees together or bringing the knees to the forward position again. And now take your left knee forward. We're gonna go into pigeon pose. So stretch through the right leg and then turn and try to square your hips. So we're gonna start in a like sitting pigeon. We're not gonna go into the sleeping pigeon just yet. I still want you to try to feel that squareness of the hips, and your left leg can be bent as much as feels comfortable for your body. You can also use any kind of support on your left sitting bones here. But I really want you to try to elongate through your right hip flexor in this position. So slightly arching through the back, lifting through the chest. And then from here we just soften, start to walk on our hands. So whenever you feel that you want to stay, just stay. You can also stay in the seated position. If you want to come down on your elbows, or maybe stretching the arms, coming down with your forehead, and just take a few deep breaths here. Just take 2 more breaths. Final one. Just place your hands underneath your shoulders. With your next inhale, come back up. Come sitting on your left sitting bone, and then take your right leg and place the right foot outside the left knee. Come sitting on both your sitting bones. If this is not comfortable for you, you can straighten your left leg straight, okay? Inhale, reach the left arm up. And exhale, maybe hug the knees towards your body. Take the right hand behind you and twist and look over your right shoulder and gaze into the right corner of the eyes and breathe here. Some of you might be able to take a bind here. If you want to go deeper into the twist, maybe you take the left elbow inside the right knee and help twisting slightly more. Just breathing here. Final breath. Exhaling, coming back to center. Keep your right foot inside the knee, but take your left foot slightly forward. Keep the left knee bent. Coming to the figure 4 here. And then just press your upper body, your chest, towards the knee, towards the foot. Flexing through the right foot to protect your knee. Take a few breaths here. On your exhale, just let your lower body fall to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to your left. A few more times with the breath. Inhale back to center. From here, straighten your left leg, flex your foot. Take your right foot, the sole of the feet, close to the left thigh. And then just inhale, lengthen through your spine, lift to your chest, and exhale, fold forward. Take a few breaths here. Slow, deep breathing. Last breath. Inhale, slowly come up. Place your right hand behind your body. Press down through the right knee. And then lift up through the hips. And stretch and lengthen through your left side of your body. Breathing here. Exhale, slowly come back down. And now turning the left leg back. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just stretching through the left leg. Taking the angle of the right knee, the right leg. In whatever position feels good for you, just remember to focus on your breath. Elongating the breath. Here also see if you can press slightly through the left knee, squeezing the left buttocks and extending your left hip flexor. Take one more breath. And exhale, slowly start coming down. You can also stay, it's up to you. Just focus on your breath. Keep creating space and softness in your body. Just dissolving the edges of your body. Becoming one with your breath. Take one last breath together here. And exhale, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lifting up, pressing through the hands. Sitting down on the right side of your sitting bones and then taking the left foot outside the right knee. Come sitting on both your sitting bones, as much as possible at least. Inhale, reach to your right arm. And exhale, twist. Maybe hugging the left knee towards your chest. Left hand behind your body, looking over your left shoulder. And also gazing into the left corner of the eyes. Breathing here. Maybe you stay, maybe you take your right elbow inside and twist slightly more. Focus on your breath. Last breath. And exhale. Turn your body. Keep your left foot inside the right knee. And flex your foot. Come to the figure 4. And just pressing your upper body through the hands slightly towards your bent left leg. Flexing the left foot. Breathing here. Next exhale, just let your lower body fall towards the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center. Last one. And inhale. Straighten your right leg. Flex your right foot. Take the sole of your left foot close to the right thigh. Lengthen through your spine. Lift through your chest. Exhale, fold. Find your breath. Find your space, softness, your ease, your trust, and relax. Last breath. And inhale, slowly bring your upper body up. Left hand behind your body and pressing down to the knee, to the right foot. Lift through the hip, reach to the right arm and just breathe. Last breath. Exhale, slowly come to see the position. Place your feet together slightly bent. Lift your upper body, reach through the hands, and just slowly start to lower down. As you're coming down towards the mat, just remove anything now that's uncomfortable. Let's just take one more moment and hugging the knees towards the chest. Just feeling into our body, creating length through our spine. Space with our breath. The last thing before we go into our Shavasana is to lift the head towards the knees. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Squeeze everything tightly. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And exhale, relax. Open up your feet about mat width apart. Let your toes fall out to the side. Palm facing up towards the sky. Bring your awareness to your breath. Soften all the muscles in your body. Remain soft in your breath. I want you now to stay in your Shavasana for at least 10 minutes. Just following your breath. The edges of your physical body dissolve. So thank you for practicing together today. Enjoy your Shavasana, the rest of the day. I'll see you soon. Hari Om.